I'm Michelle Cromer.
And I'm Perla Maldonado.
And y'all have tuned into our podcast, Creating a Meaningful Life. We have a really kind of unique podcast today, and we're going to talk about my hip replacement and Perla's knee replacement. So a lot of y'all are going through this, or it could be you're at a point in your life where someone is. So we want to give you some practical steps to do so that you can manage this real important time in your life or in the time of someone else's. I'm 4 weeks post-op right now. I had a hip replacement 4 weeks ago, and I got to tell you, the only thing I could say is I wish I would have done it sooner.
Yeah.
And everyone says that. And the way that the hip, and I will also say this, every single person you talk to will say knees are a lot harder than hips. I don't know why, but that's what the nurses said that, the doctors said that. So let's dive in on what to do. We're going to start before. So we work out, and before I decided to have a hip replacement, and I went years getting those steroid shots because I was trying to get to 65 because I thought that hips only last 20 years, and I was wrong. I didn't make it to 65 to do my hip because I couldn't take it anymore. But we trained, we worked our glutes, our core, arms. That is, if anything, that is one of the most important things you're going to do because it really matters how you heal. I also changed my diet going into it. I cut out carbs. I really started protein so that my body could heal, and I hydrated.
Yes.
Did you do the same thing?
Yes. And my knee replacement was a couple of years ago, long time ago, but I feel the same way as Michelle, is that I got steroid shots also to keep the pain away because I thought, well, okay, it's going to go away. It never goes away. No. And I wish I had done it sooner also.
Well, another thing, you have to pick a good team. Interview orthopedic surgeons if that's what it takes. Ask another orthopedic surgeon that, what they think, or nurses. They're always really good.
Or somebody who's gone through it.
Somebody who's gone through it, that's even better. Somebody who's gone through it and said, oh, I really like my doctor, or they didn't, because that's such an important part of launching your healing. So absolutely. So then what you're going to do also before is you're going to get some gadgets that I'm going to show you. One thing that we don't have, and I think you used it too, we don't have a raised toilet. That was good. And you need a cane and a walker. Now, some hospitals will give you these things and some won't. So we have cane, we have a walker, which you're really going to need for physical therapy, and you're going to need a raised toilet for sure. And then the most important thing I had was this thing called the grabber.
I still have mine.
Because I can't with a hip bend down. So I was able to grab anything. I love, I'm still using this, by the way. I love, this is called the grabber. Then when I did physical therapy, you had to hook this onto your feet. I call it the dog walker. And you go with your physical therapy. This is a really important tool also. This is something I did not use. And it is something that you put your clothes on with. And I was able to manage that because I have a good core. And then in the shower, if you want to do these things, that was really, because again, you can't bend in certain ways. And then finally, I had this gadget, which is important to put your socks on. You put your socks and then you pull this and your socks go on perfectly. So you've got to get prepared with meals, have people come and bring you, or make them and freeze them so that you can just take them out, and you have to have somebody to take care of you.
Well,
for me, that was really important because I got to, I had to have someone come and make sure.
I think the worst days are the first and second day.
Yeah.
Because your body's still getting used to something strange in it. And after that, I think you kind of little by little, you start doing things on your own. It's not that.
Yeah, well, let's talk about surgery day. Okay, surgery day for me was nothing. Mine was an hour and a half. I'm allergic to everything, morphine, hydrocodone, Vicodin, fentanyl, all of it. The only thing I can take is that stuff that killed Michael Jackson that starts with a P. I don't know. So propofol. So I did that. I was an overnight, and I had watched some YouTube videos about they want you to get up and walk. So I'm in the room by myself. So I get out of the bed and I start walking in the hallway, and a nurse comes running after me and says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I thought I'm supposed to walk." And she said, with a walker or a cane? And that's when I knew I was going to be okay. Because I didn't even need a walker or a cane. And you notice the pain, the sharp pain that I've been having, that crying every night pain was gone. It's replaced with what you just said. There's something in your body that is not, that's artificial. This is the first thing I've ever had. And it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No. Now, my surgery was long. It was long. It was like 6 hours.
No kidding.
You were there.
Yeah, that's right. Knees are harder. I was drunk. I don't remember. I was day drinking. No, I'm just kidding. Knees are harder than hips.
Yeah, but I remember they brought me back to my room at about 7 o'clock at night or in the evening, and I was asleep. I probably woke up just enough to see who was there, and then 2 hours later, they're going in and waking me up and standing me up, and I'm here like, whoa!
Yeah, they want you up and moving,
They want
and
you moving.
and all of that's good. So then you come home, you get evaluated by the home health nurse, and then you start your home physical therapy, which I loved, which helped me so much. They come to your home. Mine was 2-3 times a week. I only did it for 2 weeks because I didn't need it after that. What was your experience with knees?
I had about 3 weeks, and then I went longer because I was having a little trouble, not with my knee necessarily, but with the muscles that surround it. So I was, it was like my muscles were too tense.
Well, and they cut into it. So sometimes you have sciatica. I only had that one night. I took a muscle relaxant. I was fine. I never went on pain meds because, again, I'm allergic to everything, and that's a blessing. So I'm still taking Tylenol. 4 weeks out, I'm still taking Tylenol. I started driving, wasn't supposed to, 10 days out because I really felt wonderful. I'm taking my first road trip on Tuesday to go up to my place in Santa Fe where I'm really going to heal. And I think the main thing is I kept a log because you get kind of groggy. When did I take my Tylenol? When did I do my physical therapy? How did I sleep last night? What's my pain level? And that helped me because I like to stay, very on track with everything.
Well, the best advice that I got was when you do your therapy, if you're in pain, take pain medication, do your therapy, whatever else, because you've only got like 6 months after surgery, I think maybe even 3 months, that to do something about that muscle, to get your knee going. Yeah, you have to do that because otherwise your knee will not function well. You will not be able to.
Knees are harder than hips. I mean,
but my therapist told me, hey, if you're in pain, I would suggest you take pain medication, but do your therapy. Do not skip your therapy.
I'm not lying when I say this. The hardest thing for me is not being able to wear high heels. Because I'm 5'4" and I like the height, and so I look very short. But I get to do that in a couple more weeks. I did wear cowboy boots last night, and that was okay. So if y'all have any questions, please let us know. We would love to answer anything that you might need or want. And just wanted to say, go for it. You'll never regret it. Here are some suggestions that we hope that we helped. New hip, new you, right, Perla?
Yes.
So please, if you like this, like it and share it. And we will see you next time on Creating a Meaningful Life. Wishing you so much health and so much recovery in this process.